Hi, this is a quick shot of how to post up a body for T-jets. And basically what we're doing here is we're taking a T-jet and taking a body off an AFX or say a Tyco chassis that's got the right wheelbase and put some posts in it to mount it onto a T-jet. So I've got a few different bodies here. We run a series every other year that's the NASCAR series. These are all from the NASCAR series. And then we're currently this year running sports cars. So this is a Tyco Corvette body that I did up for the new series. So basically, you got your car. Here's your regular old T-Jet with wide wheels on it and slip-on rears. And basically, the way I used to do these, and I don't really do them this way anymore, but it's really simple, is see if I can get this close enough. I just got some tubing, some plastic styrene tubing. I glued it to the back and to the front at the right position. You got to jockey around with it a little bit to figure out where they need to be, but you can figure it all out. And then just run the screws into it. As you can see here, if you look real close, this is I had to put a little thin aluminum ring around this tube because it was cracking on me, and I was too lazy to go and replace the whole thing, so I just got this little thin piece of aluminum and stuck it around there just to hold it all together, to keep it from splitting out. That's not for weight or anything. It's really super light. It's just to hold it all together. So basically, though, when you get it all together, you put that on there, and of course screw in the front, and then it looks pretty neat. I'll put on a piece of track here. You can kind of see, kind of hold it up on an angle, and kind of see what that looks like. It's pretty slick, It looks like a real NASCAR, and of course, it handles like a T-Jet, so they're nice and fun. So there's multiple different ones. Here's another one I did up. I did this one about the same time as that number 43. On this one, I think I broke the front post, broke it loose, and so when I glued it back together, I put a little gusset in there, just a little chunk of styrene right there, and glued that in just to help support it for the next time around, so it wouldn't break so easy. And then here's one I did most recently out of the 3 NASCAR bodies. This guy here, I really slammed it. It's really neat. Anyway, so that's got these gussets both front and rear to help hold everything nice and snug and not hopefully not break. But I'm not really happy with that tubing. It's pretty thin. If you look at it close, it's pretty thin stuff. So when I came up with the new series, for the new series with the sports car bodies, I tried something different. I got some solid rectangular styrene, and I glued it in here. As you can see here, there's this kind of glued in kind of a cantilever looking thing in the back because the rear screw is right over the window, right underneath the window. But that's all just glued in there. And then come along and grind it off, and then drill and tap, or drill the holes into it, and you can get it all sitting on there, and it kind of looks really cool like that. This one's almost a track dragger. The sides are so low, but yeah, that's pretty slick. It's a nice body too, that little Tyco Corvette, nice and light. Anyway, so once you the final thing that I do. Oh, here I'll show you this. This is the strip styrene I'm using. This is 1/8 inch by 1/4 inch. I'm sure there's multiple sizes you could try and use. Maybe a little wider, a little thinner, whatever. And then this is long strip, so you just cut a little chunk and glue it in. Here's the tube I was using, the Evergreen 1/8 inch tube. It's got about a little more than a 16th inch ID, but it works okay. So that's okay too. See, I got both of these at the hobby shop. Pretty cheap. This is $3.59 for a pack of like 6 pieces or something, 5 pieces. That's like a lifetime supply. And then the last thing I'll show you is to get the body post flat. I kind of made this thing up. I'd seen other people doing this. It's a kind of a Dremel. It's made by Dremel. It's a routing head for routing out a board or something like that. And I glued a piece of clear plastic to it. I think that's Lexan, but whatever. Some kind of clear plastic. Glue that to it, and then you can. This is adjustable height-wise, so you can go up and down, and tighten it up, get it at the right position, tighten it up with the screw, and then you can come in and turn it on, and then you just kind of grind off the post that you put in. In this case, this guy here, just hold it, and while the thing's running, of course. I don't want to do that here. You couldn't hear me talk, but you just grind it right off, nice and flat. And that ensures it's going to be nice and flat. that post is going to be flat relative to the rocker panels or the front and back or whatever is actually touching down on this Lexan piece. So that's kind of it. That's the quick tutorial. These holes, I think I drill like a 062 drill bit, and then run these 172 Frey screws, Frey body screws into it, and it works out really nice. So anyway, that's kind of the story. I'll see you next time.